So the Saudi dictator Mohammed bin Salman visited the United States, and Trump treated him like a distinguished guest. And they had this big old party where, you know, Elon Musk was there, a whole bunch of sadistic criminal billionaires were there, a bunch of regime thugs were there, and the fucking Cristiano Ronaldo was there. I think he sold out directly to Saudi Arabia, I think. So obviously Messi is goated over Ronaldo because fuck him for that. But you know, they had this elite party. Trump, by the way, is still obsessed. He cannot stop talking about the ballroom. Literally in this press conference, he goes on and on about, people have wanted it for 150 years. I'm finally bringing it. I'm finally bringing the ballroom. And like, by the way, that was one of the big things that actually made the public sour on Trump, is his obsession with the ballroom and his knocking down of the East Wing. Because at the same time, inflation is out of control and unemployment is going up and regular people are hurting, he's obsessed with his stupid fucking ballroom and demolishing the East Wing, right? So of course people are going to turn on you. It actually makes sense when you think about it. So anyway, he does this press conference, which I cannot stand the way the White House looks anymore with this like fake ass Home Depot ass gold plated nonsense that they just stick on the wall in every place imaginable. People say it looks like the fucking Cheesecake Factory, or looks like Versailles, or looks like what's the name of the place in Russia? But anyway, it's just so gross. It's so gross. All of it is so fucking gross. After I watched this press conference, I wanted to take a shower. At one point, I'm not kidding, he goes on and on about how he brags about how I've been the best president for Saudi Arabia, haven't I? Yes, I have. There's nobody who can compare to Trump. Nobody can compare to Trump. He keeps referring to himself in the third person. And at one point, he looks at Mohammed bin Salman and he goes, well, you know, you gave me an interesting answer when I asked you, who other than Trump, because Trump's number one, but who other than Trump was the best president for Saudi Arabia? And he tries to give some PC answer of like, oh, you know, all American presidents work with Saudi Arabia very well, but, you know, Ronald Reagan was great. And Trump goes, but Trump's number one, right? And he's like, yeah, Trump's number one. And Trump goes, he does this weird thing with his tongue and his mouth, like, a lot of people have pointed out that, like, the only time Trump seems to come alive is when he's in the room with a murderer or like the most corrupt people you've ever seen or some cartel or mafia leader. Like, that's the only time he seems to have like some life in him is when, but anyway, so it was just like, imagine bragging about being the best president in the world for Saudi Arabia. Imagine, like, that's embarrassing. Trump back in like 2015 or 2016 on the debate stage said they did 9/11. Said, you know, they're the problem, right? And now he's like, we love each other. It's great. We give each other big, giant smooches on the lips. Let me play you this back and forth because this press conference went off the rails. Here we go.
Is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family to be doing business in Saudi Arabia while you're president? Is that a conflict of interest?
Now, by the way, the only answer to that is yes, of course. Yes, of course. Of course it's a conflict of interest. Of course it's corrupt. Of course it's illegal to do business as president with foreign countries while you're president. That's the whole point of the emoluments clause. That is impeachment worthy. But watch, his answer is going to be horrific. But the shout out to whoever was asking this question. They're a real ass reporter, a real journalist.
And Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office.
These are like the balls of steel this person has. This is what real backbone looks like. And look at this smug, shit-eating fucking grin on the face of Mohammed bin Salman. Look at his face. He's like, yeah, you caught me, but I'm here anyway. What are you going to do? Incredible. I love this journalist.
Families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news.
By the way, like, Celtic Shaq, he's lost so many steps. That's the best you can muster. She lays out, like, these fucking awesome rock star questions that are just, like, spot on. You're like, fake news. Fake news. All right, bitch. A fucking 2017 call. They want their witty zingers back. What the fuck is this? Fake news. But he's not done.
Fake news. ABC fake news. One of the worst in the business. But I'll answer your question. I have nothing to do with the family business.
Oh, that's a lie. That's such a lie. In the first term, he said, oh, I'm stepping down from leading my businesses. We're going to put all the money in a blind trust. That's what we're going to do. He said they were going to do. They never did it. They never fucking did it. He has Uday and Kusei, his dipshit cocaine-addicted sons, allegedly. He has them fucking running around and doing it. And it's all at his behest, of course. Of course. So he pretended to divest in the first term, but didn't. And then in the second term, he hasn't even bothered to pretend to divest. So just a total lie. He's just an unbelievable liar, bro.
Family business. I have left, and when I've devoted 100% of my energy. What my family does is fine. They do
What a ringing endorsement. What my family does is fine.
Business all over. They've done very little with Saudi Arabia, actually. They could.
They've done very little with Saudi Arabia. Your fucking shitty son-in-law got $2 billion. You motherfuckers whine and bitch and moan because Hunter Biden allegedly got, what, $400,000 for Burisma, for the gas thing, the Ukrainian gas company? Your son-in-law took $2 billion. If that doesn't count as a lot, what's a lot? Do the Saudis have to give you like $1 trillion in oil wealth for you? Okay, all right, I guess that counts. What is this? Oh, he's such a liar. I hate him so much.
I'm sure they could do a lot. And anything they've done has been very good. That's what we've done. We've built a tremendous business for a long time. I've been very successful.
I'm so sick of this standard-ass rant. I'm very successful. We have the best business ever. Everybody's saying we brought America back. America's the best it's ever been. How did people fall for this? This fucking 2-bit con man is the most obvious low IQ fucking sales pitch I've ever seen in my life.
I decided to leave that success behind and make America very successful. And I've made America more successful by far than it ever was, and that it ever could have been, no matter who was president.
I'm going to commit seppuku. How does anybody fall for this shit? He's literally like a real-life WWE character now with how he talks, what he says. I mean, this is absurd. Totally denying the reality that you just kicked 17 million people off Medicaid. You just illegally starved people on food stamps. You just doubled, tripled, and quadrupled healthcare premiums. And you're fucking bragging about, we're doing better than we've ever done before.
Nobody bringing in $21 trillion, that I can tell you right now.
Yeah, including you, because you made that up. You made that up. Guys, I need you to understand this. Go watch this video if you haven't yet. There's a video of Mark Zuckerberg and Donald Trump. They're at this fucking billionaire tech broligarch meeting with the president, and the cameras are on, and I forget the exact number that Zuckerberg said, but he was like, oh, yes, I am going to invest $80 billion, or he says some shit like that. And then they think the camera and the mics are off. And Zuckerberg, when he thinks the camera and the mics are off afterwards, he goes, did I do a good job? I forgot the number you wanted me to say, but did I do a good job selling it? So in other words, they literally planned out beforehand this lie about, oh, I'm going to invest X amount into the country. And he did the same thing with Mohammed bin Salman. They do the same. Mohammed bin Salman announced, I'm now going to up my investment in America to $1 trillion. This is all made up. This is all fucking fake. He keeps bragging about, we got $20 trillion. That's like the GDP of the whole country is what? Hold on. I'm actually going to look this up because I think that's more than half of the GDP of the country. $30.62 trillion is the total GDP of America. And Trump is saying, I'm getting $20 trillion, $21 trillion. That is such a ludicrous lie. You shouldn't even need to have to fact check it. People should just know that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's obviously false. But this is how far gone we are, bro. This is how far gone we are as a country. Is that he could just fucking have verbal diarrhea like this and largely get away with it. Like, I'm sorry, Grandpa's got to go into a retirement home, dog. He's not there anymore. It's lie inflation. His lies have gotten more and more absurd because he feels like, hey, I'm getting away with it. So he keeps making them more and more ridiculous. Just like I stopped 8 wars. He stopped literally 0 wars. 0. He's starting new wars. He's bombing Venezuelan fishermen on a daily basis. He bombed Somalia and Yemen. He bombed Iran illegally. He's threatening to bomb inside Colombia and Mexico right now. The Dropside News just reported that you have people blowing the whistle behind the scenes going, they want to bomb inside Colombia and Mexico on top of Venezuela and do regime change in Venezuela. So what are we? Oh, we're so far gone.
As far as this gentleman is concerned, he's done a phenomenal job. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about.
Bro, he's literally talking about Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist who was bone-sawed to death by Mohammed bin Salman, the journalist who was murdered by Mohammed bin Salman. And he goes, well, he was controversial. A lot of people didn't like him. Bro, he's got to resign. He's got to resign. He's got to resign. He's got to be charged criminally for his fucking 300 different egregious offenses. I mean, this is ridiculous. How can we continue as a country with stuff like this happening? You're justifying and rationalizing the murder of an American journalist at the hands of a foreign dictator, you disgusting fuck.
Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen, but he knew nothing about it. And
things happen? wanton murder with a bone saw, chopping him up into little pieces for doing journalism. Things happen? That's things?
We can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like that.
You don't have to embarrass our guest. Look at how he thinks about power. This actually, like, he's giving away so much about his own disgusting psychology here. He feels like, well, wait a second. There's a hierarchy for a reason. I'm president for a reason. This guy's leading a country for a reason. He's better than you. He's better than you. He's smarter than you. He's more competent than you. This is a meritocracy. He rose to the top. So, like, don't insult our guest. Don't insult our guest. The job of the media is to ask difficult questions of people in power to hold you accountable for the people. But Trump doesn't look at the people. You're not legitimate. If you're the people, you're not legitimate. You're the fucking rabble. You're the slave peasants who need to shut up and wait on me hand and foot. Like, how dare you ask a real question to this murderer who I've befriended? Bro, he's got to go. He's got to go. We can't do 3 more fucking years of this. We just can't do it. We can't. This is just crazy. This is so fucking crazy. He's got to be impeached. He's got to be impeached. He's got to be removed. He's got to be tried. He's got to be locked up. The endless list of crimes. And then here he is every day fucking degrading this country more and more, making it worse and worse, making us more and more of a laughingstock, making it less and less likely that we ever have international law and justice and freedom and liberty ever again. I mean, this is, even for him, he somehow found a way to go lower and make it worse. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.